But Mom, I can't read yet. You'll learn.
How dare you write left-handed in this fucking house?
No wire hangers.
Mommy
in my
dearest.
house.
No more wire hangers. Welcome to the podcast.
No.
Yeah. It's your podcast.
The podcast never ends.
Oh, jeez. All right. Welcome back to the good, the bad, and the bloody.
You did this last time.
I know. Where I started?
Yeah.
And then we had to... Did you edit that out, by the way?
No.
No, okay, you kept it.
It stayed.
Okay,
it was perfect.
I don't remember.
It was just obtuse.
Perfect in every way.
Yes.
Anyway, this week, we watched a new movie. Because finally a new movie came out.
Yes, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, and a lot of people actually saw this, surprisingly. Sinister 2. Ooh.
Electric Boogaloo.
It was really funny. We went to the theater, and we expected to meet up with at least 3 other people. But it was just you and me.
Yeah.
And that's
all of the people with nothing to do.
And that's okay, you know. Because you and I had planned to just watch it alone anyway.
Yes.
That's what I don't think they understand. Like when we went to go see The Gallows last time, you were going to... Yeah. And everyone
fucking showed up.
Yeah.
And they're like, why did we go see that movie?
And they were like talking to us like, why did you convince us to see this movie? And I
didn't tell anyone to come watch it.
Yeah, I must have said at least 5 times to everyone at the same time that we were going to watch it no matter what. I didn't give a fuck if they showed up to watch or not. Because it just so happened they wanted to watch a movie that same night.
Yeah. So did Matt and Andrew, because Andrew's fucking Matt's little partner in crime.
And my Andrew just wanted to hang out. My friend Andrew Della Rosa. And
you can't have him, you hear?
Yeah. I don't know, I thought it was really funny because everyone wanted to go see Minions. And nothing was stopping them. They just wanted to watch a movie, so they went to see it with us.
They're the fucking people that would be like on Facebook with those Minion posts.
No, not really.
I hate those things.
I know, me too. Have you ever heard of a YouTube channel called I Hate Everything?
Yes.
He's really funny, but, well, actually, his old shit is not, but he's very poignant. Have you seen the I Hate Minions episode?
No.
That explains everything so perfectly. Like, I can't even reiterate what he said. It's too on the dot, like perfect. It's about the Minions being way too simple and they have no character. So the only reason they were there was so they could use jokes that didn't require like any personality, like slapstick. So like it could happen to anyone. So that's why you can honestly throw the Minions onto things that have nothing to do with them. Like Facebook posts, like that.
Because they have no personality. They're a bunch of little ciphers.
Mm-hmm. So when you give them their own movie, it doesn't work. And they tried to kind of give them personalities at one point, because when they made the movie, they focused on the 3 main minions, Stuart, Kevin, and Bob.
Yes.
And it's like, you can't just give them personality now. It's too late. It's too late.
That implies, because this is a prequel, that as soon as they started working for Gru, they lost all their personality.
Exactly. Which is really
When
weird.
you come working for me,
no personality.
Quirks go right out the window.
You start to quirk, you cannot work. Get out of here. You see, Ivan, when you have no emotion like me, you work for boss man with proper procedures. Anyway, but this reminds me, I looked up on Rotten Tomatoes the ratings for the movie we just watched.
Sinister 2?
Yes.
Or the first one?
The Sinister 2.
Okay.
And Minions. Because they're kind of, I don't know, they're both recent movies, you know.
They're both sequels.
And you can't shake the Minions, you know. You just want to know more about how well it's doing. Do you know how much for the first movie made, Despicable Me? It made almost $300 million.
Wow.
I know. That just piqued my interest because I'm obviously wondering where all this Minions shit is coming from. Why it's becoming this franchise, you know?
Yes.
And it's just a blockbuster because children and stupid people love that stuff. It's the same reason that autistic people like Thomas the Tank Engines, because it's simple. It's
their favorite anime, if you'd ask.
Yeah, it's non-threatening. I don't know. I'd still say my favorite anime is like Seinfeld, but that's okay. So,
mine's those old airplane instruction videos from the 80s.
Oh yeah, and Corey in the House.
Classic shit.
Yeah. So anyway, the Minions though, their movie was rated at about I'd say like 40% and 35 to 40%.
The Minions movie.
Yeah, which is pretty decent considering how like shite I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Now Sinister 2, however, would you like to hear the rating they gave it?
Is it lower?
It's really low.
Oh my god.
It's really low.
29.
Lower.
21?
Lower.
Really?
Yeah, it's 14%.
Wow.
But I read all the critics' reviews, and all of them were exactly what I thought they were going to say. They were going to say, it's not scary. Well, yeah. I'll say this movie isn't really scary. But it's still creepy, thrilling, and it's interesting. And honestly, like, that's my
That
kind
wouldn't
of
be
movie.
my flaw with the movie.
Yeah. But
I have my shit
But if
with
you
it.
think about it, like, there's a lot of parts where it's just more or less exposition and exploring the lore and this creepiness, you know? It's not really in your face like, oh god, he's going to murder me. But that's all these critics care about when it comes to a sequel that, you know, is about, like, basically a killer, you know?
It's the same thing with comedies, like, oh, this movie isn't funny.
Exactly. And that's dumb. Because you could say The Wedding Singer isn't that funny, but if you look at it as a romantic side more than a romantic comedy, then it's a great movie.
I think Mr. Deeds is my favorite Adam Sandler film, and it's not the funniest one.
Of course. But that's what I'm saying. So I don't agree with most critics on this, which is really unfortunate, but I can
Because now we're critics. We're self-acclaimed critics.
Exactly. I just think it's... I don't know. I found it very entertaining. But yeah, my mom wants to go watch it because she apparently had seen the first one without me. I don't know. It's really funny. It's funny how I mentioned like only recently that my mom is into horror movies, and just now I feel like you're starting to see that.
Yes.
Because for you, it must be coming out of nowhere, right?
Yeah, she didn't seem like a horror fan.
Yeah, because as soon as I mentioned that she was, like, we go over to my, you know, where she's like in the living room watching TV, and
she's watching Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah, and then you know I'm telling you now. That
Lock the door. I don't want zombies getting in.
My mom is nuts. And then now I mentioned that she watched the first Sinister and didn't watch it with me. She says it was on TV all the time, never recorded it. I was like, wow, could have like given me like a copy. I don't know.
Do you want to talk about the first one?
Yeah, let's talk about both the movies.
Make it quick.
Yeah, this will be a double feature.
Oh shit!
Bitch.
Just out of nowhere.
We'll just talk about it.
Sure.
We won't go through the step by step because.
Oh heck no!
You know, I feel like you should just watch this movie too. I don't want to break it down.
Huh?
You know what I mean?
Yes.
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 So the first movie came out how many years ago? 2013?
2012.
2012.
In fact, I got the ticket right there. I saw it in the big movies, so it was October of 2012. It's my first ticket stub I have on my wall.
I wonder why this movie didn't come out around that time. Because Sinister did pretty good, didn't it? I mean, it had Ethan Hawke in it.
That's the crazy bit, isn't it? Like, I don't know. I'll look that up while we're talking. But
okay,
yeah, the main big feature of the first Sinister is Ethan Hawke as
the main character.
Yeah.
He's a writer almost. He's almost depressed, I guess.
He's a crime drama writer.
Yeah, he's
named Ellison Oswald.
Yeah,
that is such a fucking writer's name.
I know, right? So he pretty much goes into. He doesn't go into houses technically, but he does in this case. He wants to write this book about these murders. That basically the Bagul murders, although no one really knows about that. So he
not yet.
So he moves his British wife and kids into this house, and then it's so funny. The wife at one point says, "You know, we're not near the murder house, are we?" And he's like, "No, we're not," because they're in the murder house.
Yes,
which is really funny.
That's one of my favorite bits ever. His fucking... We didn't move in 3 houses down from the murder house again, right? No, not at all.
Yeah, we're in the murder house, bitch.
And then there's a shot when he's in the house and there's a fucking broken branch in the tree. Because it opens up with a family hanging. So, you're just like, oh, shit.
Yeah, which, by the way, those are the best parts of the movie. In fact, one of the reviewers for the second movie mentioned that it still holds up simply because those films are still thrilling.
Yeah, the 8mm films are so fucking cool.
Mm-hmm. And that's honestly, I could watch an entire movie where it's just different scenarios like that, and yeah, it's horrible. And without any context, I feel like it'd just be dumb to watch that.
Mm-hmm.
But, that's why it's in a movie and not by itself.
Exactly.
So the movie is still good to me,
So, it was made on a $3 million budget.
Sinister 1?
Yeah, it made $77.7 million.
That's a really good profit.
Yeah. The big thing with any movie being produced through Blumhouse is that they make them with, like, almost nowhere amounts of money. Like, it's still in the millions, but, like, you can't make any movie nowadays for, like, anything really less than $3 million.
Unless you're independent.
Yeah. And even then, it might be, like, very close to $1 million.
But that's, if you think about...
And it's got a 62 on Rotten Tomatoes.
The first one?
Yeah.
I would have rated it higher.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know.
Higher.
Maybe that's because people don't want that kind of scary movie anymore. They want the shit that's in your face,
Yes.
God, I hate that, man. I swear, we could try that. We should try to find a movie that has, like, just nothing but jump scares. A really dumb movie. And see if they rate it high. Because I bet they fucking would.
I bet they do. Those fucking chumps.
Now, Blumhouse films, I feel like it would be very inexpensive for them to make these anyway. Simply because they would already have the assets. They're a studio.
I think most of the budget actually went to paying Ethan Hawke.
Exactly. That's the thing.
That's basically it. Because, like, the person who plays his wife, this is her first film she's ever been in.
Oh, yeah, you can give her, like, a nickel and, like, a hand job, and it's fine. She's all right.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be very hard to give her a hand job. But anyway.
But goddamn it, I'd try.
Yes. And that's... Thank you, Blumhouse, for trying. Oh, boy. Do you know what I want to talk about for a little bit? I want to talk about M. Night Shyamalan's new movie.
The Visit.
When does that come out?
September 11th.
We're not going to watch that, are we?
Yes.
Why?
Because.
Oh, fuck.
Because I hate both of us. With a passion.
Okay, wait. Can we pirate it? Please? This is, like, the only movie I literally do not want to give money to. I'm not kidding, Derek.
Well, we'll talk about it later. When we're off the air. So I don't have to answer that we should just illegally download it.
I know. Okay, we won't do that.
Because the walls have teeth.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're just a joke, but you know what I mean. Yeah. So, this movie looks... I wouldn't say it looks like shit. It just looks like shit.
And when M. Night Phenomenon, which is what my dad calls him, because of Signs The Sixth Sense and only The Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
Fucking...
That's where you get his uprising.
When he has to make a fucking video previewing
telling
the preview,
you to watch it.
Like, hi, you might know me from exciting thrillers like Unbreakable, Signs, and then The Happening.
And it's like, what was that last one that you made, Shyamalan? What was that last movie that you made?
Nothing. So here's the new movie.
Wait, hold on. Roll film.
It's so good. I expect to thoroughly hate that movie.
I know. I call him M. Night Shyamalan because I just don't want to say Shyamalan.
Excuse me? No.
Exactly. It's almost
a baking powder.
It's like a baking powder. That's funny. No, it's almost like saying Voldemort, honestly. Except nothing bad will happen, but you won't enjoy the next hour and 30 minutes.
No, not at all.
This movie is so bad. Okay, it's generating a lot of buzz, though. I know a lot of people that actually say they want to see this.
I want to see a train wreck. I just went and paid to watch the Fantastic Four movie.
How did you dislike that? Was it disliking to your pleasure?
It was anything but fantastic.
So how much did you love to hate it, though?
No.
It was just dumb?
Yeah.
Well, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, man.
I love how it's called Fant Four Stick.
Yes. Fant fucking Four Stick.
Because they just... I thought at first it was clever because instead of having the number 4 as like a letter A, kind of like leet speak on like the internet, it's just Fant Four Stick.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
With a box all by itself. So it's an isolated little incident in the fucking logo.
It's like, what the hell is going on?
They just do not give a shit.
I don't know. But this movie, The Visit, it's suffering from, I'd say, Cloverfield symptoms. Maybe even to the extent of, like, Godzilla...
1998?
Yeah, the one with Matthew Broderick.
Yes.
Where the trailers looked amazing, but the movie was shit.
Dude,
but
the trailer looks hilarious.
It looks dumb.
Like, there's one part that I do like, and it's where the grandma's scratching the wall. Like, I was like, That reminds me of the taking of Deborah Logan.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's already happened before.
Yeah.
But the thing about that, the trailer's not good. It's just all the hype for it. Have you noticed that half the trailer is telling you who is making the fucking movie?
Yes.
From the producers of Unbreakable,
From the director of Unbreakable, The Sixth Sense, Signs, blah, blah, blah. From the producers of Insidious, Sinister, The Purge.
Yeah. Not Purge Anarchy, the good one, just The Purge.
Yeah. Also starring Ethan Hawke.
Yeah. I wonder why that's a good one.
That's why I went into it even with more high hopes for The Purge, the first, the worst.
The worst.
Is I went, oh, it's Ethan Hawke again with another long-haired son. How could this possibly go wrong?
Oh, God. Yeah, right?
That's and then I got fucking proven right.
That is really funny.
Or I got proven wrong.
Yeah.
Way wrong, and I'm glad I didn't pay to go see that. But I swear that almost made Matt want to kill himself.
Yeah.
Because he paid $40.
But think about what they're trying to tell you with what movies they've made before. Why would they mention that they made Unbreakable? That's about, like, real-life superheroes.
Yeah. That's not a... Well, I haven't seen it, but it's not... I don't think it's a thriller in the same way that they're meaning with The Sixth Sense and Signs and Lady in the Water. Oh, they even mentioned The Village. The movie sucked.
Why would they do that?
The movie absolutely sucked.
But they don't mention The Happening? It's because no one talked about The Happening like they did with The Village.
Yeah, it's not happening anymore.
Or maybe Mark Wahlberg paid them to not include that in there. Right? He's like, don't fucking remind people that I was in your shit.
Oh, please. Just no.
Yeah.
What? No.
But if you didn't catch what Derek said in the beginning of our little nom rant, he literally does in the beginning of the trailer now, because it used to be just the trailer of the movie.
Yes.
Now he literally comes on camera, sits down in a chair in front of the camera, and he talks to you about this new movie that's coming out. What a pretentious cock. This is the guy that did the last Airbender movie, okay?
Yes.
Guys, it's gonna be fucking bad. If you're listening to this and you're thinking about watching it, don't. We'll watch it. We'll tell you about how bad it is. Just don't give this guy your money anymore.
If you want so, Cody,
what?
I'll pay for your ticket.
Ah, but then I feel like I'm robbing you. Now, here's the problem. Like, this guy...
You're gonna have to give me a little...
Oh, God. This guy, though. This fucking guy... He's officially that guy, you know. He's like, hey, walks in the club, yeah, you know, my dad is a Giorgio Armani. Yeah, fuck you. I ain't having that shit.
No, I want to watch John Tron.
But if the movie's good, I'll be fucking surprised. That's for sure.
Then fuck.
They already give away the entire movie in the fucking trailer.
Would you climb into the oven, dear?
And clean it.
That's the funniest bit.
And it has that shitty, like, Shyamalan trademark wide shot where you can see way too much shit, but it's not good. It's just like... Oh, I can see the top of their refrigerator. Good for fucking me. You know?
I was hoping something... This movie could have been more spooky if... Oh, shit, the top of the fridge.
Yeah. Oh, talk about atmosphere. Whoa. I gained a lot from that aesthetic shot.
Good thing I can see the whole kitchen, or I'd be fucking terrified.
Exactly. Oh, well.
Jesus. If it was made by Derrickson, that whole fucking kitchen would be pitch black.
Yes. And there would be, like, a single light in the middle.
Yep.
And that would actually be pretty damn good.
Which, this movie, Sinister, to get back into it,
yes,
is directed by Scott Derrickson, who made The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Which was a really cool found footage kind of movie.
Yeah, I like that it combined traditional, like actual horror with crime, with
the paranormal
courtroom drama.
Oh, that too, yeah. That's
like it always cuts
true.
back and forth. And anymore, I'm getting way into like court dramas and shit. I'm just getting old.
Yeah. You're going to start watching Judge Judy now?
Oh, God, no.
Dude, my parents used to watch Judge Judy, like, every day. It's okay, though. They've upgraded to Price is Right.
Oh, thank God.
They watch The Price is Right every day. I don't know. I don't get it.
Well, at least it's right.
That's why I wanted my mom to watch Whiplash, just to mix things up a bit. And then my dad comes over and he's like, that was a pretty fucking cool movie. And I'm like, I told you, you know? It's pretty good. And my dad's like, imagine having a teacher like that in school. And I'm just like, yep, Dad. Imagine.
That only happens in the movies, man.
I start crying. Dad, I have to tell you something. No. But, yeah.
Holy shit.
That'd be funny.
That's fantastic.
Fantastic.
Oh, fuck you.
Anyway, Sinister one.
God damn you.
Oh, well, the ride never ends, Derek. Yeah, Ethan Hawke plays a good character in this.
I like him. I've never really seen him in any other movie.
Yeah.
Not that I remember.
I'd say the main conflict, besides the fact that they're getting murdered, is
Ellison, Ethan Hawke, we'll just call him from the rest of the time now.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to spend any more time saying extra syllables. Ethan Hawke's character desperately is trying to recapture his fame that he got from a book he wrote 10 years ago called Kentucky Blood.
Yeah.
And when he discovers the box full of 8mm film that's in both of the Sinister movies, and he starts seeing spooky shit, he's like, oh fuck, I need to call somebody.
Yeah.
But then doesn't. Because he's like, no, I need this.
All to myself, right? He doesn't want the police to take this evidence.
And I like that they do the whole scene just with no words, really.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't out loud go, no, I have to do this.
Yeah, and
he just is sitting there, and you hear 911, what's your emergency? And he's just staring down his old book, and he's just like...
Doesn't even say anything, just hangs up. And two things about that. One, dick move. You know, you don't call the fucking emergency line and hang up, asshole. But number two...
That was one of the last things you and Jesse were saying right before she fell asleep was fucking...
Yeah.
They're going to call back. He's going to get in trouble.
Yeah. But how...
The cops already fucking hate him because he got shit wrong in all of his other books.
That's true.
Since then. They're like, nah, we're not going to help you.
Yeah.
So the police weren't probably going to help anyway.
But,
except for Deputy.
Yeah, because he is a fan of the supernatural. Not really explained too much why he's into it. He says it pretty well why he wants to help him. Oh no, he wants to be in like the special credits.
Yeah.
And he's also just...
The acknowledgements.
He's also just an investigator himself, so...
I fucking love Deputy.
Yeah.
So-and-so.
Yeah, Deputy So-and-so is the main character in the second movie.
Yep. I was excited.
Which was weird.
About it.
Did not expect that.
Yeah.
So strange. But I do love that scene where he's dead silent on the phone, because it credits your intelligence. Because, you know, it's just not spoon-feeding you shit like a Shyamalan movie would. Fuck you, Shyamalan. I'm not going to watch your fucking movie. You know what I'm going to visit? Not your fucking movie. That's the fucking visit.
On the same day is also coming out this movie called Goodnight Mommy.
Well, guess what we're watching? Goodnight Mommy.
Well, I'm going to watch both.
Oh, shit.
I'll just get someone else to watch The Visit with me. Maybe Scott?
Oh shit, they'll be the only episode I'm not on. I swear to God.
No, we'll do both of the movies together. Another double feature or something.
How weird would that be if I'm not on one of the episodes? It's just you and Scott.
But Cody, if you leave me now, you take the biggest part of me.
Or fuck you.
Baby, please don't go.
Oh, jeez, Derek, no. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I mean, maybe... I don't know. Maybe I'll want to watch it by then. I'm gonna be drinking a lot. You're gonna have to drive me to the theater.
Maybe we'll see that in the daytime, so it's matinee price.
I'll just get really high on like super hard drugs. I'll do like crack once.
You're like, man, this movie killed my cocaine feed.
I've been sober for 21 years.
Holy shit! So
yeah.
So yeah. Each of these millimeter films is titled something fucking so cheeky it hurts. And like Family Barbecue.
Yeah.
And like it's all barbecue. Like, oh, la-di-da, here's our pastel shirt wearing family.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're fucking chained up in their car and somebody lights it on fire.
Yeah.
Which is just amazing.
So it's just all snuff films.
Yeah. Family hangout.
Yeah. It'll say something like, the
whole party of 74.
Yeah, like 4th of July barbecue, and then they'll have them all grilling and having a good time. Then it cuts to maybe them on like getting thrown into a barbecue.
The only one that has like a jump scare in it is Lawn Work.
Oh yeah, where like
who the fuck mows the grass out in the middle of the night while it's raining?
I don't know. But yeah, they're the kids pushing a lawnmower. Spoiler, and of course, obviously, and it's just mowing the lawn, and then out of nowhere, like this person is like underneath the lawnmower, and he just runs them over.
Yeah,
they don't show the gore, but it's still horrifying.
You can make a drinking game out of this movie.
How many times Ethan Hawke's character takes a drink?
Yeah, every time he takes a drink, or someone talks about his alcoholism. Because he's a writer, of course, he has it.
Well, you'd be shit-faced by the end of this movie.
Yes.
You have to sip on something light, like
Mike's Hard or something.
Smirnoff Ice, yeah.
Yeah, anything.
You can't do shots, you die.
Well, he has whiskey.
Yeah, but
you gotta do whiskey.
But it's the course of like a week where this takes place. Come on, Derek. Can't make one night out of his drinking. I just assume it's apple juice. Just like my dad used to tell me. But
Oh, Jesus.
I'm just kidding. He never did that. He was like, this is beer. Yeah, so the funny thing is he has photos of this murder house, like from the crime scenes. Mm-hmm. And when he finds the box of 8mm films, it's the only thing in the attic. The attic is completely empty but that. And he pulls out a photo, and he's like, yeah, and the attic was completely empty in that photo.
Who left the box here?
Yes.
So you filmed all these deaths, and then you put the films back in the house.
So he thinks the murderer has put the box back up there.
Yeah. It's somebody, for sure. And he discovers this sign, like an occult symbol, in all of the films. So he calls up this dude, Dr. Jonas.
Yeah. Played
by Vincent D'Onofrio. Mm-hmm. Or you might know him as Gomer Pyle from Full Metal Jacket.
Which was really weird.
Or Kingpin in the new Daredevil series. Or even Law and Order Criminal Intent. He's the main detective on there. With, I think, his wife in the show. But I don't know. I've never really watched the show.
I haven't watched it at all. I don't watch Law and Order. There's too damn many of them. Special Victims Unit looks interesting.
I like it. That's my favorite.
Yeah, but I just can't get into it.
And I like Law and Order, original Law and Order, because of Jack McCoy.
Yeah.
He hangs 'em high.
Oh, God. I don't know. It's like
just like Family Hangout.
Oh, jeez. Which was the coolest way to start a movie ever. Seriously.
Yeah. Dude, that fucking set me off. Like, when I went and saw that by myself for the first time, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And it's all in stark silence because 8mm film doesn't pick up audio, I don't think.
It does, but it doesn't. They play a separate record with it, don't they?
So it was like, holy jumping shit.
And it's creepy how like they use that tree to hang them, and the tree is still like exactly the same when they move.
Yeah, the branch is still like barely hanging on.
It's like they didn't remove the fucking branch. I guess they didn't really know what happened to I mean, like, the real estate agents probably had no idea. The police just probably got rid of the bodies. They didn't do any landscaping.
Well, one of the things that I kind of don't like in this movie, but I got over it more when we watched it just recently, was the son, Trevor.
Yeah.
He has night terrors.
Yeah.
Which apparently have gotten worse since moving into the house. It's kind of like a red herring or a misdirect. But whatever. But I thought the first time when he comes out, like, he pops out of this box and fucking screams. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I actually didn't recognize him as the boy. I was like, what is that weird fucking pale creature coming out of the box like some jackass? He comes out of the box like Filthy Frank would. Yeah. Just like, God left me unfinished, you know.
Or Shaman out of the bathtub, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're sick in the head, Frank.
It's so fucking funny.
But, it's all good stuff. Oh, and Ashley, the daughter, paints, which eventually she starts painting the grotesque shit.
I did not realize this until just now, but what the fuck is up with kids and their fucking demonic drawings that can see ghosts? That's the biggest cliche I think ever, dude.
Well, it's certainly up there.
No, dude. There's so many movies like that. There are so many movies where, like, the kid draws, like, the ghost.
They did that in Insidious, too.
They did it in The Woman in Black, too, also. They also did it in Mama. They did it in fucking, like, every fucking movie I can think of where there's a kid that can draw.
Oh,
they
Jesus,
will draw that shit.
Right.
Yeah, have you not noticed that?
Well, I just didn't care.
It's bad, Terry.
They're all autistic.
And they're like, who's your friend here? That's Mommy, that's Daddy, and that's Mr. Bagul. You know,
yeah, Mr. Boogie.
It's so dumb.
He likes to boogie.
He's just so damn good. Yeah. So
eventually,
turns out that
Deputy so-and-so comes into the movie,
and he wants to help.
He tries to help. He's always like, like, one of my favorite scenes with him is when they're like, so you heard something up there scuttling around. He's like, yeah, I killed a scorpion up there. Well, scorpions have feet, but I don't think they'd be heavy enough to be heard.
Yeah, he's like, they weren't footsteps, you know, like.
And I found a snake up there. Snakes don't have feet. It's just like, what the fuck?
And then it turns out that those were like the animalistic signs of the summoning of Bagul.
Yeah, a scorpion, a dog, and a snake. Which in the second one they switch up with, instead of a scorpion, a spider.
Yeah, and Bagul is the boogeyman.
Yeah, the way that Bagul works, as explained by Gomer Pyle,
and this is important,
is he comes out through art.
Yeah.
It's his heart.
Yeah, like rituals.
And he comes out through that medium and he's known as the eater of children. Like he preys on innocence. And what's weird is that in all of the ritual like things, he'll possess one child and they will wipe out the rest of their family. So once you kind of hear about that, you're like, oh shit, what's going to happen here? Which kid is it going to be? Trevor? Ashley?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Because you know that Bagul is like haunting them now. Because at one point Ethan Hawke tries to destroy the millimeter films.
He burns them, yeah.
And he does, but then they reappear.
Yeah, and that fucking freaks him out so bad.
He's like, I destroyed these, what the fuck? So he starts editing them, and even more so.
Yeah. Finds
the extended cuts.
Yep, right before he gets killed. So yeah. We already said spoilers, so yeah. Fuck you. It turns out Ashley's the one that gets him. And the thing that triggers off the whole killing is that each family that moves into a house where another person died, they become part of that leech and they get nightmares. They get plagued by nightmares. And then eventually, wherever they move out of next, that's where they get killed.
Yeah, it's really weird. So it's this chain of houses where people get freaked out, they move. Once they move, they die. People move in, they get freaked out, they move. Once they move in, they die.
Yeah, it has to be the same exact house where somebody else had previously been killed.
Yeah.
Like they say this family in St. Louis had previously lived in this one in San Francisco where the other people got killed. It's this big, long chain. Yeah. It's super weird.
And this one's weird because they just die. They die.
Yeah, Ashley cuts them up with an axe.
Yeah.
Fucking brutal, man.
Yeah, pretty much poisons them and
painting all on the wall with their blood.
Yeah.
Which somebody's going to have to clean up. Exactly. I'm glad it's not me.
And it's really abrupt, but like you just kind of wonder where it was going, and it was just kind of an interesting story that it told. Yeah. Now for the second one, though.
All right.
Do you want to rate the first one?
No, we'll wait.
We'll wait? Okay.
We can do best scene, worst scene right now, though.
Okay, but what was the best scene in the first one for you? And then tell me your worst scene.
I think the opening scene is my favorite scene.
Yeah, that's mine too. Because I've never seen a movie open like that, like with a snuff film, but like so creative.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like moving shots, it was just shit happening.
Aesthetic shit.
Yeah, and you were just watching it unfold right in front of you. You're like, oh god.
A close second would be the one where he's walking around his house with a flashlight and all the haunted kids are like running around him in super slow-mo.
That was just weird, honestly.
That's why I like it, is just because I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It is interesting.
But they're always out of his view.
Yeah.
And as if they could actually see him. Or he could see them.
The fact that they were also moving in slow motion. And he was moving normal speed. It was really weird.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like they were like fluid, like kind of just flying around him, like floating. Very strange.
So yeah, that's your favorite scene as well?
Yeah, the intro. Because it also leads up to the coolest scenes in the movie in general, which are the snuff films. Mm-hmm. Which I'm so glad the second one is almost all about that. Which is cool. I think that's what they made the second one for, honestly. Because there wasn't that many of the snuff films.
Just more snuff films.
Yeah, there wasn't that many of them in the first one.
I hope that doesn't become like a thing. Like with Saw, when it became a big thing, a big franchise. All it was about the traps. Everything else came shorthand.
And they'll make a Sinister 3 where it's just the films.
Yeah.
You know what, though?
I certainly hope not.
Yeah, I feel like it would lose its novelty if they did it again.
If they at least made a third one and no more, I'd be fine with it.
But this second one had a lot to hold on to, story-wise still. It was very captivating. I actually really enjoyed learning about it and watching it. And the snuff films just made it more interesting, because you got to see what they were chasing exactly.
Exactly.
If they made a third one, it'd be like the Saw movies, just be retarded. I wouldn't want to watch it.
If they make 7 of this, I'll be very fucking mad.
Oh well, but they're probably not. Because they can't. They fucking destroyed Bagul. Well, so you think.
Yes.
What are they going to do?
Yes.
Anyway.
Worst scene would be part of the end. It's just a little thing in the end scene where all the kids, they do the whole shh, whatever. Yeah. But the thing I hate is when they all tilt their head to the side. I don't like it.
It's pretentious?
Well, it can be, but it's just imitating on Halloween.
Yeah.
Michael Myers was the first one to really do the whole
head.
I really fucked this shit up, didn't I?
Curious, kind of like, oh.
It just, I don't know. I've seen it too many times, so it bothers me when I see that shit.
I think my least favorite scene is when the daughter is actually killing the family. Because it's not that it's like really unbelievable, but you don't see anything from her before. There isn't even like slight hints that she's a character. She's just there at the dinner table sometimes. She says like maybe 2 things in the movie. And then she just
maybe the part where she's laying in bed and the little girl is right in front of her and she just goes...
But that doesn't really
That's
tell me
really only one thing. And she drew a drawing of that girl.
Yeah, but so
entire
what?
swing.
You know, who cares?
I really fucking love this movie.
I like this movie too. Well, what would you give it out of Spooks?
You're gonna have to wait, bitch.
Okay, fuck that. Alright, now let's talk about Sinister 2, the continuation, which is cool.
Electric Boogaspook.
I'm really glad it was a continuation.
Yes. Takes place, I'd say, 2 or 3 years after the fact.
Maybe so, yeah.
Because it's been a few years at least, because Deputy's like, I've been going around trying to make sure this shit doesn't happen again.
Yeah, so now Deputy is aware of the cult, because he is also informing Ellis of the cult phenomenon.
Yeah.
Involved with, it wasn't just a murder, it was like a cult kind of supernatural thing. So now that he's aware of it, and Ellis died in a ritualistic way, he's like, oh shit, this is happening, I need to look more about this.
Goes around burning the fucking houses down.
Which was cool, because in the beginning, they hint that there's been arson, but they don't explain who, obviously.
And then he says it later, just like dropping it like it ain't no thing.
Yeah, because he found out that the chains, in the links in the chains were the houses. So he had been burning down all the previous murder houses, which is really fucking smart.
Yeah. He's also been fired, so he's no longer Deputy, but you don't learn his name, ever.
He got fired for actually giving information to Ellis in the first movie.
Yeah.
But...
That's really fucking funny how they deliver the consequences later.
Yeah. You don't hear about the court cases, you don't... In fact, it's mentioned later. It's just like, so what were you in jail for anyway? Or like, what did you go to court for anyway? He's like, oh, I gave information to a guy. And you're just like, oh shit, that's Ellis from the first movie. Mm-hmm. That's the guy, you know?
Yeah. The Oswald murders, I heard of those. And it's just like, okay.
Yeah.
It's not like this big old thing like, oh, you had to have seen the first one to get any of this.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That's what I'm glad. And they also didn't, like, totally explain it away. Like, when he does first show up in the film in the beginning, it's not like, hey, I'm that guy from the other movie, you know, with the Sinisters and the Spooks and the Boogie, you know.
But seeing the sheriff as more than a person on the phone is pretty weird. He's just such a weird actor.
It's his face, isn't it?
It is. He makes, like, a pouty face all the time. He makes, like, a sad face. He just looks so... He just acts so... I don't
autistic.
know. Uncomfortable. Yeah, he's pretty autistic.
You said he's John.
He's just, yeah, he pretty much is. He's just a little uncomfortable when he talks, and I don't know, it's just kind of awkward.
I'd be kind of like that too if I was talking to, what's her face? The mom in this movie.
Yeah, she's a little weird too, but...
Shannon something, I think.
No, it was, I don't know, I can't
remember. But the main story is this woman and her twin boys.
Yeah. Which
are tanner than shit.
Yeah, they're very, very, very...
Even though both her and her husband... They haven't gotten divorced yet, but both of them are pale as fuck. So it's really weird to see 2 little tan Californian boys as their sons.
Exactly.
That kind of disarmed me a bit. But she's trying to stay away from her husband because he's a child beater.
He's abusive to her and her kids.
Yeah.
And he's just a terrible person.
Yeah. Gosh, he's a dirtbag. Yeah,
so she's running... But the problem with her husband... is she can't really run away from him because he is in charge of almost all the police force.
He's got friends and family in all of the law enforcement, basically.
Yeah.
Even the judge.
Yeah.
Because he's like, we had an emergency hearing, you didn't even need to be there. Fuck you, guy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was messed up.
They stay out in this farmhouse where nobody knows they live there except for... the person who they know, like their sister or some shit, and Deputy, because he shows up there to burn down that house.
Yeah. So...
And they're like, who are you? He's like, oh, fuck, no one's supposed to be here. God damn it.
And she thinks that he was sent by her husband to come get the kids.
Yeah, that scene was so funny.
And he's like, I'm not here for your fucking kids, man.
She's like, what do you want? And he just goes... I think I want a cup of coffee and to go inside because there's been a huge misunderstanding.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, I'll give you anything, leave me alone. What are they paying you? I'll pay you more, you know?
Yeah.
Which is really crazy. I just realized now the conflict there, because walking into it not seeing the first one, I thought that she had something to do with the supernatural stuff. So really, it is purely like the ex-cop that knows everything about Bagul, the boogeyman, and literally a woman and her kids just trying to run away from her abusive husband.
Yeah.
And then it just so happens to get all kinds of fucked up.
Oh, yes. Yeah, since it's a sequel, it doesn't spend so much time setting up shit. It just goes, alright, you've been here before, whatever. If not, you're gonna like it anyway.
Yeah.
Buckle up, Buttercup. So there's this church right next to the farmhouse where spooky shit goes down. And both boys are already seeing the nightmare fuel around them and shit like that. Mm-hmm. It's really funny.
They can both see the children of the ghosts that were taken by Bagul.
Yeah.
And they're pretty much trying to get them to join them.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Really hardcore. And the one of the twins really badly wants to murder his family.
Well, he wants to join the ghosts because the ghosts tell him, "You're not good enough. We're picking your brother because he's better than you."
He's like, I think they were doing reverse psychology.
And they were, because at the end they say, "We weren't really going for you anyway. We just wanted to convince him." You know.
Yeah, it's so fucking funny.
So the kid that they are tricking the other twin into thinking that they want him. He's the one that had been abused by the dad. He was hit by the dad.
Yeah, the shy one.
Yeah, so he's really shy and weak, is what they always call him, you know. And his brother, like, he just wants to be alpha brother.
Yeah.
So much so that he's going to murder his family to prove that he's worth joining Bagul's kids.
He's no berry picker.
No.
Unga bunga.
He's alpha as fuck. So he pretty much... The shy one gets haunted by nightmares, and these ghost kids convince him, "Hey, if you watch our films,
it'll all go away."
It'll all go away, yeah.
So, like, every night he watches a new one.
Which is where we watch them.
Yeah.
And that's pretty damn cool.
And the only one, like, when you walked out to go meet Jesse, the only one you missed was probably the most obtuse one out of all of them.
Which was?
Fishing trip, which... They're all hanging from a tree or a bridge or something, and fucking alligators come out and eat them.
Did it show them getting, like, ripped apart?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I missed that. Damn.
It was super funny.
Guess I'll have to watch it
Like,
again.
it's fucked up, but it's funny at the same time. Because it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So, meanwhile...
I don't think alligators just attack like that.
Pretty much.
They're like sharks, I think. They attack more because they don't know what the fuck they're eating.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
I don't know alligators, man.
I'm no reptilian expert.
Pretty sure they'd eat
I'm
you.
just a reptilian.
But anyway, Illuminati. So then during all the boys' adventure, like one of them wanting to be alpha and being alpha, really, he beats his own brother. You know,
Yeah.
tells him he's weak.
He learned.
Like,
I learned from you, Dad.
and he's like, "You're not special. I can see the ghost kids too. You know, just because they don't want to pick me."
Yeah.
And, you know, these bitching.
It makes me wonder if Trevor could see the kids, could see them in the first movie.
I don't think so.
Because he never said that he could.
I don't know. No, I think that they wanted them to be... The ghosts wanted them themselves to be seen by both the boys for that reason. To get the aggressive, mean one that takes after his father to do the dirty
That's super weird.
Yeah.
They talk a lot... The ghosts talk a lot more in this movie. Like,
Exactly.
I don't think they ever talked to... Or at least we never saw them talk to Ashley in the first one.
No, you don't see anything.
So that was the thing that I was telling you. Like, they changed up the ghosts' limitations.
So you're
a bit
pretty
more.
much seeing this instead of a perspective of like, I don't know. You're seeing both now: the investigator side and what the kids see. Like, what exactly convinces the kids? I'm pretty sure it's different every time. Mm-hmm. But in this case, it's like 5 kids that
You're
are
not
led
good
by,
enough.
Yeah, and they're led by like a really snooty one.
Yeah,
who's kind of an asshole.
he looks like Isaac from Children of the Corn.
Yeah,
that's who he reminded me of instantly.
He reminded me of like the Woman in Black. Like, I feel like there was a kid like that in the second one. But either way, something like, you know, along the lines of that. Yeah, dickhead kid. Old world looking though, you know.
Third kid from the left, or whatever. Yeah.
During this though,
one thing that I fucking wasn't sure was going to happen, but I was glad that it happened, was that Deputy fucking nearly got it on with the mom.
Yeah, like they were drinking, talking, because she... Well, we'll get into that because there's a reason he had to stay the night. But either way, during while the kids are exploring the ghosts and watching the films, and then we get to watch the films too because it's in the movie, Deputy is searching the barn for the last murder that happened there, which was a really weird one because that one was set up. The victims were like in a pentagram, and they put rats on their chest, and like
that one was super fucking weird.
That was super fucking.
They put coals on top of a bowl, I guess, to like not only burn the fucking people, but like to make the rat want to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
So it just started like burrowing its way out.
Yeah, so it was
tried to tear ass out.
So it was burrowing through the people to get out.
That was fucking gruesome. Dude.
Yeah, which was like kind of smart, honestly, because I'm pretty sure they used to do that. You know, there's some messed up torture methods. That
I bet you there's one in Japan or China where it's like growing bamboo through.
There is actually. I was literally about to tell you that.
God damn it!
Isn't that weird?
I'm in your head, Cody.
No, I think I told you this before. No, yeah, they would lay them on bamboo shoots, and the shoots would go through the people. That was Vietnamese.
Mythbusters, I think.
It's true. It goes through bone.
It goes through bone.
If you're not if you're standing still, man, you're getting. They tied him down. They couldn't move.
I know some places they would make them grow under the fingernails.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Bamboo it's a weed. It's very strong. That's why you should never plant it in your backyard because it spreads like wildfire. It grows way too fast, and it has a sharp shroot kind of. It's a very sharp shoot. So if you walk on your grass with bamboo on it, you could fucking stab your foot. Oof. On the bamboo. It's just a needle.
That's fucking mean.
Yeah, it's a spike.
I wonder how a lot of these torture ritual videos would look across the world.
I don't know, right?
Canadians, they're just like feeding people to
bears,
moose.
We'll just have to watch the third one.
No,
I'm just kidding. But yeah, so he's investigating that church.
Sinister 3, what trilogy?
Yeah. And really, nothing happens in the church but some spooks. And he finds the symbol in the church, and that's where one of the cool scenes with like the ghost kids happens, where he sees like silhouettes of kids, and he puts his flashlight on them, and they disappear. Mm-hmm. Puts his flashlight down. There's more. There's more.
Like
yeah,
Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, exactly like that. Actually, it's exactly like that. And at one point, he's like going up and down the flashlight, and there's more kids every time. And then
they
all
get
of a sudden,
closer.
Yeah.
Also,
and all of a sudden, Bagul shows up like in the flesh and just spooks him.
Let me just say,
yeah,
that I'm so glad that they didn't feature Bagul as much as I thought they were going to. From the trailer, he seemed much more prevalent in the movie.
That's true, because in the trailer they show all the scenes where he's like in a photograph and then moves.
Yeah.
You know?
And I was so fucking scared, because I was just like, no, that's the best part, is barely teasing him. He's got to be like the Hannibal Lecter of these films. Just barely show the fuck up.
His computer freaks out, and that's a little like overkill. And
yeah,
like, Jesus fuck.
Yeah, that's the worst bit. And then also near the end with the fucking ham radio.
Yeah, that's the big part of the investigation here. He talks to these this
new expert,
yeah.
which dresses like Ellison, but he's the new Dr. Jonas. Which
yeah, because Dr. Jonas went missing surprisingly, which is freaky because Bagul might have taken him.
Yeah, that made me go, ooh,
shit.
Oh, because that was going to be my question when going into the movie. Like, where the fuck is he?
Yeah.
So, I love it when he first runs into him. He's like, what are you, the new Dr. Jonas? And the guy's like, I sure hope not.
That's what I'm missing, you know? So then he talks to him about this ham radio he found, and he tells him about this sound that had been playing since the 70s or so.
Yeah, this frequency.
Yeah, and it was every now and then it was a children's piano, stuff being said in Norwegian, and then just you know.
That's a real thing.
It's creepy. Is it?
Yeah.
Well, that's spooky.
Well, not with a piano or anything, but like in Russia or Norway, one of those two places, there's this big fucking hole in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. And
they put this microphone down into the hole, several fucking miles down. I don't know
about that. I heard about that.
And then apparently you can hear faint screaming or some kind of weird voices. And so people call it Hell's Hole.
I saw one where it was the sounds of hell, but it turned out to be just like a sound effect from a really old movie. Mm. And it was a fake.
Damn.
I don't know if that's the one that you think about.
Something like that.
I'm pretty sure it is. Otherwise, it'd be actual news. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
it's more like a creepypasta kind of thing.
Pretty much.
You've probably never heard of it.
It's underground. Get it?
Fucking A, that reminds me. We have
Do you get it,
fucking always watching the Slender Man movie.
It's underground. Get it?
Yeah.
Okay. We're totally going to watch that. But anyway, so the ham radio tells him about the story about these kids, and he finds out that it's like the part of the thing the kids are saying in Norwegian what is it? What do they speak?
Let's just go with Norwegian.
Sure, the Norwegian language, and then he says, "Begul, begul," which is the boogeyman.
Yeah,
and they found out that's
the Mr. Boogeyman.
Yeah. And that's the form of art
Mister.
they used in that radio, that ham radio thing.
Yeah, before film, I guess, existed.
And then he shows Deputy So-and-so that the murders took place when they moved, just like they did here. Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Oh God!" And he's like, "Yeah, so it's like a chain." He's like, "Well, that's why I've been burning down the houses." And he's like, "You're the one behind the arson?" He's like, "Yeah." And then he just doesn't talk about it.
Yeah, and he's just like, "Look,
yeah,
let's just keep going."
So at this point, he's like, "Oh shit, the kids, the family, they're in trouble,"
Goes back and
he
Dickhead shows up.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, okay. Well, is anyone in the new house?" And he's like, "No, just a wife and her 2 boys." God damn it! And he starts turning back. He's like, "Son of a bitch."
He was too busy getting it on with the mom.
Yeah, and when he gets there, the abusive dad shows up.
Yeah, you can either come back and live with me, or I'm taking the boys.
Yeah,
and you're not seeing them. So of course. She goes with the wrong decision.
Yeah, she goes with him. And there's another moment where he shows up earlier, but he doesn't have a warrant, and the deputy knows that because he was been in the force. So he's like, "Well, where's your warrant?" And he's like, "I don't need one." He's like, "Where's the sheriff?" And he's like, "He said it was okay." And he's like, "Well, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna just take these boys without a warrant?" And he goes, I think I'm gonna put you behind my car." And he goes, "Whoa, you don't want to arrest me? I was in a big case a while ago. That makes some big news, don't you think?"
Yeah, pulls all this paralegal shit, and he's just like, "Fuck, we can't do it." They called her bluff.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, that's awesome.
Exactly. So then that's when she's like, you gotta stay the night here, And
all
then,
this stuff.
Well, she wants to leave. But he's like, shit, if you leave to another house, you get fucking murdered.
Yeah.
So instead of saying, like, there's a supernatural demon after you and your kids,
he's got to stay here so you don't seem like a flight risk.
Which is so smart. She's like, I guess. And he's like, whoo, didn't have to talk to her about Bagul.
That would have been bad.
An awkward conversation at dinner.
It's just like, look.
So she says spend the night, and he does, and they drink and kiss, but nothing goes anywhere.
I know. That disappointed me, but also made sense.
But anyway, it's second time that he takes kids. He actually manages to take the kids and the wife and to his little ranch house, And it's like, fuck.
Fuck boy central.
Yeah. And Deputy So-and-so gets to the house and goes, oh shit, they left,
Yeah.
Where'd they go, right?
And he gets there and he's just like, you're in danger. And fuckboy is like, I'm in danger. And then beats a fucking paycheck into him, dude.
Yeah, this abusive father's just like, I know you've been fucking around with my wife, It's like, and he starts beating him with the butt of the shotgun.
I don't blame you, the pussy's good.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah.
And I'm like, they only kiss, motherfucker.
Yeah, and it's like, so, you're gonna tell me I'm in danger still? And he's like pinning him against his car, all bloody, right? Mm-hmm. And that's when you're just like, you idiot, you are in danger. Listen to the deputy, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, goddamn.
But he's too much of a fuckboy,
so he's like, now get the fuck out of here while I go in there and get the fuck into my wife.
Yeah, pretty much. He says, I'm gonna fuck my wife. And this guy's like, God damn it. And he goes to his motel all wounded, and then he gets a text. And it's from Dylan.
Yeah, from Beto twin.
One of the weaker twin, who he says help us, pretty much.
And there's this reoccurring scene in the movie where one of the twins lights up all of them in a scarecrow fashion out in the middle of the woods in the middle of a cornfield.
It turns out that's the destiny.
Yeah, you're destined to do this.
So when he drives down there, he basically
he fucking hits the kid.
Yeah, he goes to the house and no one's there, and then he hears screaming in the cornfield, and there's like fire. So he drives.
Where there's
out.
Smoke, there's fire.
Yeah, and he drives out there, hits the kid who is standing there with the camera. Everyone, the whole family's tied up to the crosses, but what you see before is that he's a bit too late because the dad gets fucking lit up with the gasoline on the cross, which is like, yes, at least he's the only one that dies.
Yeah, that's what a dirtbag.
Like, if anyone's gonna die, let it be him first. Because there's a scene where they're eating dinner where, like, he's just this huge asshole, and he's like, Dylan's not eating because he's shy and scared, because he knows what's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. And he's like, you gotta eat, we got a big day tomorrow. And he starts grabbing mashed potatoes and hitting him in the face with the fucking
mashing
potatoes.
him in the potato.
And he's like, eat the fucking food. And the mom's like, cut it out, stop it right now. And he just stops and he's like, I'm sorry. And he like wipes off his son's face. And he's just like, you just gotta eat, And it's like, Jesus Christ.
He's trying, bless his heart, but he's such a fucking prick.
So then there's now there's the fight scene where the boy is chasing them down because he unties them from the cross.
Chasing them fucking down via slasher style.
Yeah, with a sickle.
Which made me chuckle.
While recording it too. But the ghosts are helping him. So they're like throwing stuff around. And they run into the house and the ghosts are trying to find
That
them.
made me nearly call foul. I was like, you fuckers.
Which is weird. So the ghosts are like helping him find, the family so he can finish his film.
Let's play anchovies.
Yeah, yeah. And it's really weird because the family can't see the ghosts. So what's happening while they're hiding is just shit's getting thrown around. And it's kind of like, oh shit, that's fucking crazy. What the fuck is happening, But then kid gets, the camera gets destroyed. The deputy smashes the camera, goes, it's over. And he's like, no. I
fucking hits it with a driver or some shit.
Yeah, and he's like, no. He runs to the trunk and he's like, there must be another camera in here. And there isn't.
Nope, nothing.
So the next thing you see is Bagul puts his hand on the boy. And he just
fucking just starts decaying him.
Yeah, and he
which
just
was super fucking weird.
Yeah, and it's like, now you are one with Bagul. You didn't finish your
Jumped
film.
into the film, and then everything just catches on fire.
Yeah, and the house burns down. It's pretty fucking crazy. That's how the movie ends, right?
Yeah. Well, Deputy goes back to his fucking so-and-so. He goes back to the fucking motel where he's staying, and the fucking radio shows up there. And it's just like, hi there, Deputy.
Well, no, it says something like, he's after the kids. He's after the kids. It's the kids. It's the kids. And then the Bagul, like, does a jump scare at the end. Just like in the first one.
Makes me so fucking mad.
Yeah, it's dumb.
I'd think he'd fucking learn.
I know, right? The jump scare that was the same jump scare that was at the end of the first one. It was just so stupid.
I told you that would have gotten a fucking 10 from me.
Yeah,
easily.
If it wasn't for that one jump scare, too.
Yeah. Because I'm a picky motherfucker like that.
But let's talk about Sinister 2. What was your best scene and what was your worst scene in that movie?
Well, I'm not going to say the opening scene again. Even though that is certainly a favorite of mine. I don't know. Do you got one while I'm thinking?
I have a best scene.
Okay.
The best scene for me was actually one of the 8mm films.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
Yeah, the one with Christmas morning.
Yes.
Something about
Holy
that
shit,
being
that one
so,
was great.
Something about that being so innocent and not even really gory. I don't know, that just got to me. I was like,
and they're
shit.
like getting frostbite all over them.
Yeah, it's just
and then
so
the last
dark.
shot is like, I think the mom just all of a sudden her frozen eyes just look over like
really, Yeah, so it's pretty much...
that was probably the best one.
Yeah, the kid watching the family through the window, just them on Christmas morning. And then, like, it cuts to the Christmas night, and the wind is howling, and they have graves in the snow. And he's just covering them in snow, and they freeze to death.
That's so fucked.
It is fucked, man.
I'm glad you reminded me of that. That actually is probably my favorite one.
Yeah.
Even though the alligator one's just outrageous, so I love
the
that
electrocution
one
one was crazy, too.
That
Where
looks
they got
so fucking...
real.
Oh.
That's why it's kind of freaked me out. And the electrical burns, too, at the end of that. But I digress.
Christmas morning, that's the best one.
My least favorite scene is probably any scene where the leader of the ghost kids has to talk for a little bit.
Yes.
Because he's just so pretentious, and you're just
I fucking hate him.
You're like, shut the fuck up.
Which I guess you're supposed to hate him, but...
Anyway.
I fucking hate him, like, badly.
What about you, though?
Well, actually, I was gonna say one of the worst scenes is when fucking the kids are talking like normal kids in those movies. Like, you gotta come watch the movie.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you.
And how many times does Dylan say, I don't want to watch another one? He says it like 50 fucking times in the movie.
Probably says it as many times as Elise says, I'm done fucking doing medium shit in Insidious 3.
One of the critics actually, back and forth. One of the critics for Rotten Tomatoes actually said, Dylan put it perfectly, I don't want to watch another film. And he gave it like a fucking like 10%.
Holy fuck, that's fucking...
It was funny.
That's savage.
But what would you say your favorite scene is then?
Well, you went with Christmas morning. I'll take the electrocution one.
That one was pretty fucking sick, man.
Yeah, it made my stomach kind of turn.
Yeah, it's gross.
That was fucking mean, Joe Green.
It's messed
Better
up.
electrocution than the Lazarus Effect.
And that's what the second one is really about. It's
Right.
more exposition about that stuff. So that's okay if that's my favorite scene. That's how I feel. But anyway, Derek.
Out of Spooks.
What do you give the first movie?
A 9.
Oh. Understandable.
I do give it a 9.
I give it an 8.
Okay.
Not my cup of tea sometimes, but it had great atmosphere. That's my final thoughts on that too.
That's why I like Derrickson's shit. I'm glad he wrote both of these. I told you that.
Yeah, it's on TV a lot though. So if you catch Sinister on like Sci-Fi or Who Gives a Fuck,
yeah,
record it.
Definitely watch the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely watch the second one too. Like when it comes out to the dollar theaters.
Yeah, and you know what's cool? I didn't need to know anything about the first one to get the second one.
I was going to ask you, were all your questions from the second one answered?
Oh yeah, they were answered.
In
not
the first
not
one.
all my questions, but the questions I had were just like, I just wanted to know more.
Okay.
Now, the second movie, what do you rate that movie out of 10 spooks?
I'll give it an 8.
I will also give it... No, I'll give it a 7.
Oh, snap.
Actually, no, I'll give it an 8. There are some scenes that are horrifying enough.
Damn, that's a solid little series we have here then.
I think so.
Shit. I think that's better off than the Insidious ones, actually.
Yeah. And if you're not into the whole shit that's like spooky, then the abusive scenes, that'll get you.
Man, that got me like a woman on Tumblr because I was fucking triggered.
Yeah, you don't even need to be like relating to it to get the horror in that. It's pretty horrible. Sometimes the things that are most horrible are humanity.
They had a second-hand horror in both movies. The first one was alcoholism.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
And then the second one was fucking abuse.
It's true. I don't know. Really,
it's layers upon layers, Hal.
I don't really have final thoughts on this other than what we talked about earlier. You know,
this shit is why I like Scott Derrickson. He'll be doing Doctor Strange. I'm sure I've said that thousands of times on this and to you guys.
And he's directing and writing Doctor Strange?
Just directing, as far as I know.
Okay.
I do like his writing, though. I think he also wrote and directed... Well, I know he directed Delivers from Evil, which I have over here, which we definitely need to watch for this. And I believe he wrote it. I just like his kind of witty dialogue.
Of course.
That's what will make a scary movie, is the writing and the scares. And the atmosphere.
I honestly am all about atmosphere sometimes. You can just show me like a really good shot of like a horrible setting and I'll be fine.
Like when he's sitting at his computer talking to Dr. Jonas and it's just this big empty room, but all you see is him crouched over his laptop.
I don't expect anything to be behind him, but it's like the mystery of what's not there.
Yep.
You know? Not that I'm really waiting for anything.
Yep.
But anyway,
all right.
What are we going to watch next week, Derek?
We're going to watch The Devil's Rejects.
Oh my.
We got to do that.
Yeah, we do. We were going to watch it last time.
But then people just kept not having time to do anything, so we were like, fuck.
It's going to be harder now that school's in, but we'll try.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm going off to San Diego for this week.
Mm-hmm. I am going to enjoy my first week of school. College life.
Don't enjoy it too hard, college boy.
Oh, God, fuck boy. On guard, college fuck boy. Oh, well.
Take crippling debt.
Oh, God, ow, my funds. Anyway, we'll see you next week.
Whether you like it or not. You better like it.